All right, everybody. All right, right. Happy to see everybody. I'm gonna give a few minutes for everybody to come in. Let me share this. My lighting is not the best, but I'm working on it. That's all right. Let me put this on the book so everybody can see. I'll probably go live on the book at the same time. Hold on. Just need a few minutes to bear with me. We're gonna talk Wendy. Okay. All right, all right. What is this? I don't know what that is. Post this shit. Let's see who's here. All right, y'all. Happy to see y'all. See somebody watching right now. Yes, people hitting me up. Where to find a live. Let me let them know. I'm live on my channel and on Facebook Live. Tune in either way. All right, let's go back. So I have a special treat for you guys. Matter of fact, before we start, let me just go get something real quick before we get started, because I promised a surprise for my next reading. Okay, I'm giving everybody some time to come in. Yes, yes, yes. Let me share this. If you can, share the video. Don't forget that my Cash App is $. Somebody always calls me in the middle of my live, right? Who is this? Oh, probably a bill collector. Um, but don't forget, if you would like to donate to me, it would be very greatly appreciated, because it does take time and research to do this, to do what I'm doing. I have a surprise for everybody at the end that stays to the end. I have a surprise where in my surprise, I will pick someone, one of the viewers, any random viewer, to do a quick card reading for with this new card deck that I was given. So, oh, let me get one more thing, y'all. Bear with me. I see you here. Yes. I see a few more people on Facebook. Got used to me doing this on the book. Yeah, I know I've been trying to get my what's the name to work. I've been trying to get my YouTube to work right. So it takes some time and research. So I'm going to type in the chat my Cash App. There is no donation too small or too big. $A Zabriskie for Cash App. All donations are accepted. Thank y'all for all the people who usually bless me with donations every time, or who have blessed me before with donations. I appreciate y'all. We're about to get rolling. So as y'all know, I dabble more with numerology, but I also deal with the astrology component, not just the numerology. I do both. So we're going to look at the numerology of Wendy Williams right now. I had jotted down some notes, so I'm super excited about this information. What's up, Sean? Oops. What's up, Sean? So let's see. Trying to find out what's going on, because Wendy came out with this new show or movie about her life, and you have people who are saying that Wendy's lying. You got her saying that she had an affair with Method Man. Nobody knows what to believe, right? So we're going to look at Wendy's numbers to find out the truth. Y'all ready to investigate with me? All right. So what I did first off was I analyzed numerically, and I'm using the Pythagorean system because it's quicker and easier to use. We analyzed numerically Wendy Williams' first name. We also analyzed her birthday numerically, analyzed what personal year cycle she's in, as well as her life path. So this is what we've done. This is what I came up with. When I analyzed the name Wendy, it equals a 26-8 vibration. 26 being the compound number. These are things that I've explained before in my previous videos. Feel free to check it out. Which tells me that Wendy is the type of person who is authoritative, and she can be a bully, which is something that many of us know, right? It's something that's already in her name. Oh, give me 1 second before we go any deeper. Let me just share with a couple of people that asked me to share with them. Oops. All right, cool. So that tells me that she's a little bit of an authoritative person. She's the type of person that, expresses herself in a way where she can be a little ruthless. And you're going to find out more why as we continue to go through her numerology. The numbers in her name, Wendy, in her first name already tells me that she's prone to addictions, which is something that she has been very candid about. And it makes sense with the vibration of her name. She probably will excel at places like New York City, which she already has reached a level of fame, places that have a certain numerical vibration to it. It also tells me in her name, the vibration of the numbers in her name, that she is a person who had the capacity always to be a popular person, to be talkative, to be very sensual, to be and very sexual. It actually wouldn't surprise me if she has a history of sexual abuse, but I haven't read her book or watched her movie, so I don't know. Y'all let me know if she did, if that came out in the movie or anything like that. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. So in analyzing Wendy Williams' birthday, it tells me based on her birthday, she's born 7/18/1964, from what I gathered online. That tells me that she has a personality number of the number 8. Not 8, I'm sorry, the personality number of a number 9. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm a little slightly nervous, but it's all right. I don't know why I'm nervous because I did this a million times before. But it tells me that she has a personality number of a number 9, which tells me that she naturally is someone, thank you, she naturally is someone that attracts controversy, that is argumentative. She's very feisty in her personality. She always has haters. And this is something that I noticed in different aspects of her astrology and numerology chart. We're going to go into her astrology soon, in a little bit, but I'm not going to go through her entire chart. We will be here all day. But I'm going to go through certain key aspects of her astrology chart, and then I'm going to compare a little bit to Method Man and let y'all know what's going on with Wendy. So this tells me that Wendy having a number 9 personality number lets me know that she is a natural leader. She's a natural leader. She gets in, she might have gotten in a lot of fights, but Wendy doesn't seem like a fighter to me, which is interesting for her having that 9 placement and that 9 number. But I'm sure she's gotten in many verbal fights, which we've all seen throughout the years from the 90s to now. It also tells me that she's kind of a judgmental person. And she loves, on a positive aspect, she loves humanitarian work. She's very helpful to people who she cares about and who she loves. This also tells me that she is, I consider people who are born under the 9 vibration, either in their birthday or their life path or certain aspects, exposers of truth, because they feel like they have to make everyone be truthful. They feel kind of like that's their purpose. Like you have to make everybody live in truth, no matter what. That's something that they tend to be adamant about. Furthermore, what I also noticed is that that number also deals with a lot of blunt and raw communication. A lot of number 9 people, they are the type of people that say things very harshly. And it's not that they intend to always be harsh. It's just how it comes out. It comes out raw, rugged, harsh. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. It's just boom. That's how it needs to be said. They also tend to be very sexual and have an almost insatiable sexual appetite and very energetic. Energetic people tend to be under the fire numbers. The fire numbers are 1, 3, 9. If you guys remember from the different numerology teachings that I've been doing. What's interesting to me is that she's born under the number 9 vibration. She also has a 9 life path. So Wendy, believe it or not, regardless of what anybody may think or say about her, she's kind of living in purpose. You're going to find out more as we go, more why, as we go more into her astrology. So yeah, and those 9s, they can be very judgmental of others, I notice. That's just something that I tend to notice. People with the 3 or the 6 or the 9. And 3, 6, 9 tend to go together because they deal with artistry and they deal with artistic capabilities. You'll find a lot of people born with 3, 6, or 9, or all 3 vibrations to be excellent artists, even when they don't put their artwork and stuff out there, or excellent at music, excellent with singing, some type of artistry about them. And her art seems to be the gift of gab. You can also tell by the numbers in her first name that she is a talkative person. She got 3 5s in her first name using the Pythagorean aspect of numerology. So that tells me that she loves to communicate. She loves to express her feelings and her thoughts about everything. It's very important for her to express herself, and it's very important for her to have a level of freedom to express herself. So what's interesting is that Wendy Williams is a Cancer. So one thing about Cancer is ruled under the number 2. 2's opposition in numerology is 9. And so she's born under a 9 vibration, but she's a Cancer. So that tells me that there's a little bit of an inner conflict with herself because the 2 wants to be more peaceful, laid back, more passive aggressive, whereas the 9 energy is a fiery in your face kind of energy, like boom, 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 this is how it is, I don't care. So that lets me know a little bit about her inner self. And if you also know anything about the number 9, 9 deals with Scorpio. Scorpio's connected with the number 9, and 9 also deals, and Scorpio's ruled by Mars, but it's also ruled by Pluto. So we're going to go a little bit more into numerology, and then we're going to go a little more into her astrology. Thank y'all, everybody, for being here. Feel free to bless my Cash App. If you can, it's cool. You can still hang. My Cash App was written at the top of the description, $A Zabriskie. No donation is too big or too small. Feel free. Thank you for everybody who's ever provided donations. So as we continue into her numerology, we already talked about her life path. We touched on her life path being a number 9, her personality number being a number 9 based on her birthday. She's entering a 3 personal year cycle. So she's entering a personal year cycle under the number 3, and 3 deals with gossip, deals with drama, deals with controversy, and 3 is very friendly to the number 9. So this can be a pretty good year for her, especially, see, it seems like Wendy has some type of, either she has a numerologist or some type of metaphysics person around her. If she doesn't, she's highly, highly intuitive. And there's a lot of aspects that would tell me that she's intuitive. Being a Cancer alone, you naturally have psychic capabilities and intuition that's very strong, especially if that Cancerian energy, even if you're not a Cancer, if it's in certain places of yourself, that'll also give you that kind of energy to yourself, that natural intuition, that natural that natural pull. I find that water signs tend to have a magnetic appeal to them where we draw people in. I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancer like Wendy. So her being in a 3 personal year tells me that this is a year of her really putting herself out there even more, being more expressive. She's already very expressive. 3 also deals with communication, just like 5. And even though they can be a little oppositional to each other, those 2 numbers are very similar in a lot of ways. Because people with the 3 vibration in certain placements or a 5 vibration in certain placements tend to do well in entertainment, tend to do well in writing, tend to do well in different aspects of art. So these are numbers that are connected with Wendy Williams. So it makes sense that she made her whole career being a gossiper, right? So, but in the three personal year, you tend to get either drawn into drama and controversy, or you kind of tend to like it that year. So, um, the three vibration, it's a year of expression, but a lot of people born under the number three tend to have a big mouth. It's hard for them to hold water. It's hard for them to, they have to express themselves. It's literally for them almost painful to hold in their feelings and what they need to say to people. It's almost painful for them. It's like they're going to explode. So they have to express themselves verbally. That's also a year of a lot of flirtatiousness, a lot of flirtatious energy. There might be a lot of people trying to flirt with Wendy, or she might be flirtatious with a lot of people, but she already comes across kind of flirtatious to me, but you'll see why as we continue. It also tells me that last year, because she is entering a three personal year cycle this year as of her birthday officially, leading up into this year, she was in a two vibration personal year cycle, which tells me that last year was kind of a tough year for her because two, remember, is at opposition with nine. So last year, we also found out a lot of the exposure of her husband's affair. Two is a number that deals with partnerships, but it also deals with duality, and it also deals with deception. That's why certain scriptures may say a person speaks with forked tongue. Forked tongue looks like a snake's tongue, where it's going two different directions at the same time. So that deals with two, the duality. That's one of the lower vibrations of that two energy. It can deal with duality. It can deal with trickery of perception, seeing two sides of a coin. You may think one thing is going one way, but it's going another way. So, and two also in numerology deals with partnership, building partnerships. It deals with companionship. It deals with partnerships even when you're dealing with business. So for her, last year was probably a tough fucking year for Wendy. Her husband's stuff came out. They found out the woman he's messing with is pregnant. All of that stuff was coming out, I believe, last year. And people were like, oh, that's good for her. But that was a year of, a lot of probably some soul search, because she's still connected to the two, being that she's a Cancer. But that being a two personal year cycle may have been really tough for her. Some of the other notes that I wrote down. Oh, we're going to go into a little bit of her astrology. So I'm doing Western astrology, not Japanese, not Vedic, Western, keeping it kind of simple right now, right? So Wendy, as I spoke about earlier, is a Cancer sun sign in Western astrology, which tells me that she is very intuitive, she's sensitive, she's moody, she's passive aggressive, she's very feminine. She can be unforgiving, which is something that can be something from Cancers. What up, everybody that's coming in? She's strong, but determined. A lot of Cancers are misunderstood. A lot of people take a lot of Cancers and underestimate them because we're so sensitive, because a lot of us are criers, but we are not weak at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If you got Cancer placements, we persevere through a lot of things, despite the tears and the crying and the sensitivity. Today's society will look at that as, oh, they're always crying, they're always sensitive and emotional. That'll make you weak. That's just expressing yourself, right? But a lot of Cancers struggle with insecurity and fear of judgment. That tends to be something that's a little challenging for Cancers. Well, when I looked at Wendy's astrology chart, I just want to add this other thing of this other note that I have. In addition to that, one thing that I tend to notice is that a lot of Cancers that go into the entertainment industry tend to get a lot of plastic surgery. Not all of them, but a lot of them, especially the females. Tiny, T.I.'s wife, like Little Kim, and they go a little overboard with it. And one thing about the Hollywood industry is that they have a tendency to take a person and break them and tear them apart in the media. Like, you could think that you're an attractive person and you get in Hollywood and they will pick apart every single detail and every little thing about you that they find imperfect. And cancers a lot of times have a tendency to be afraid of judgment of others. So I could see why a lot of them tend to go into the plastic surgery very heavily. But in looking at Wendy's astrology chart, her moon sign is a Scorpio. That tells me a whole lot about Wendy. So the sun sign, for anyone who's not familiar with Western astrology, the sun sign deals with the outer personality and just general aspect of who you are on a very basic level. The moon sign deals with the inner self, with the inner aspect of who you are and how you feel about yourself. It also deals with the hidden emotions, because moon deals with the emotions and the feelings. It deals with the hidden aspects, and it also deals with the insecurities underneath the layers. So her having a double water, I know she's very hella sensitive. Oh my gosh, water sun, water moon. Scorpio moon is a very impactful and strong placement to have in a moon, in your moon sign. She's probably a lot more of a Scorpio than a Cancer. And the reason her moon is Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by the 9. But in addition to her having a moon in Scorpio, she also has a number 9 vibration in her birthday and in her life path, which is also connected with Scorpio. So that also tells me that she has a lot of this fieriness about her. And it makes sense because she's very goal driven. Despite everybody all these years talking shit about her, how grimy she is, how fucked up they're gonna fuck her up, she kept going with her career. She kept going with the nonsense. She kept going with the drama. She kept going with, I remember, oh shoot. Sorry, y'all watching on Facebook. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just get the charger for my phone and we're going to continue with her Scorpio moon. Sorry about that. In the meantime, feel free to hit my Cash App. Thank you, everybody who's been hitting my Cash App. $A Zabriskie is written in the chat. No donation is too small or too big. If you don't have it, you can still come out and hang. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just get the charger so I can plug this up so y'all can watch on Facebook as well as YouTube. Sorry that I keep running back and forth today. It's one of those days. Hold on. All right, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. My charger was in my bedroom. Let me just plug this up real quick, and then we're going to finish off with, and then we're going to go a little bit into Method Man. We're going to see who's telling the truth about this affair, if y'all want to know. Let me see. Oh, we can't plug this in it. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little bit messy today, but that's all right. I'll appreciate y'all hanging with me. All right. Now we got everything plugged up. You see my pictures in my little dining room area. All right, y'all. Forget at the end I have a surprise. I'm going to randomly pick somebody for this surprise card reading. So let me know when we get towards that time if you would like to be selected. Oh, shoot. I'm up here typing stuff because the thing fell. So Wendy having a Scorpio moon, let me consult on my notes. Wendy having a moon in Scorpio tells me that she has a side to her that is very emotionally intense. That water energy, as I was stating, water signs, we have an ability where we can draw people in. The aura, we can, it's like a pull. Like the moon kind of pulls the ocean. It's a pull. Like we could just draw people in, right? It also lets me know that she has a side to her that keeps secrets and destructive in the capacity of bringing forth new energy and new things. They tear shit down to bring the new. You know what I mean? And that also deals with that 9 warrior-like energy. This also tells me that she feels and knows things intuitively. That double water, Wendy probably has vivid dreams and sees shit before it happens a lot and just doesn't talk about it. Or she just knows shit. She doesn't always say it probably, but she knows shit. It's funny because if you watch Wendy on her show, she's interviewing people and they're talking to her and she does this, kind of look that she gives them, like, like, I know you lying, or I know you telling the truth, or whatever it is. Or I know there's more to the story. I don't know if y'all Wendy fans, but I watched her show many times and I've seen her do that look. And I'm like, she knows something there. But it also tells me that she can track extremities in relationships to herself. And if she's hurt, she's someone who can also have trust issues with that Scorpio moon. A lot of Scorpio moons tend to develop these trust issues with other people, which is very interesting to me. But you can understand, it's Scorpion, you know what I mean? Gotta pinch your ass or whatever they do. What do they? No, they sting your ass, whatever they do when they get upset or they get to a place where they feel like they're not safe. It also tells me that she desires deep soul connections and relationships. She tears down, or I already mentioned about tearing down misconceptions. She's a person that disrupts peace. So sometimes there's times I'll see someone come up and they're having an interview with her and it's all positive and they're being positive. And then she come out of nowhere and asks them a fucking question where you're like, and then you see their face almost like, why the fuck would you ask me that? Because it's like, it's not going to just be smooth and peaceful. I'm going to get it out of you. She has that kind of energy to her sometimes when she interviews people, which is very interesting to me. But she pushes boundaries. That's part of that Scorpio moon. Scorpio moon people always kind of push boundaries. Even if they do it in a silent way, they'll push those boundaries with people. On a lower vibration, it also tells me that she can be very jealous, very possessive, very insecure, manipulative, self-conscious, and self-critical. Now, I wanted to also mention 2 different placements before we go a little bit into Method Man. 2 interesting placements I found in her whole astrology chart. Everybody's astrology chart to me is interesting, the whole thing. But these 2 placements, which is the Mercury in Leo, she has a Mercury in Leo, and her Venus in Gemini. Her Mercury in Leo makes her an excellent public speaker. So what she's doing as a career is wonderful for her because she naturally has that ability to be a great storyteller. When you have a Mercury in Leo, you're a great storyteller. Those are the people that'll be very dramatic about what they have to say. Like, it's like, oh, and guess what happened? Very theatrical because Leo kind of rules like drama and theatrics and histrionic type shit. So that lets me know because when she tells her story and she does hot topics and everybody gets all up in there, like, what's Wendy going to say now? She keeps that suspense. And that's part of that Mercury in Leo. These are also people who just command the stage, who are very, very persuasive people who are creative, who are egotistical though, and who can be very arrogant people when they want to be. So she has this air of arrogance that is inside of her. Very much full of pride, very stubborn, and things like that. Her having a Venus in Gemini though tells me that she loves to communicate even more in that aspect. It also tells me that she loves being adored and almost idolized, and she loves to some extent the spotlight. Venus and Gemini women tend to have a different type of sensuality about them, but they carry themselves like almost like they sprinkle magic dust every fucking where when they walk, like brrr, brrr. Y'all gotta excuse me, y'all. I've been so playful and silly lately. I don't know what's going on. I haven't been taking life seriously like that, as y'all can see by my posts and my different things I've been doing. But that's okay. We here to have fun, right? We here to have fun and we here to learn. So, Venus in Gemini is a flirtatious energy. And Gemini also deals with the 3 and 5 energies, right? It's a flirtatious energy. It's a loving to be admired, loving to be even lusted after. And it also has Venus and Gemini people, whether they're male or female. See, if it was a Venus and Gemini male, those are the type of men. Sometimes people make posts and talk about, oh, I don't know why this dude is with this woman. She's not that attractive. Well, sometimes that man might have something like a Venus in Gemini, where he's not as concerned with the physicalities of a woman, but he's more concerned with her mind, right? So Venus and Gemini people, male or female, tend to be a little more captivated and stimulated by the mind of a person and their intellect. Not as much, I mean, definitely the physical attracts everybody, right? But if your mind, if you're not like, if you're kind of a dummy or your mind is like, you can't have an intellectual conversation, that's a huge turn off to a Venus and Gemini person, male or female. She's a Venus and Gemini woman, so she loves to show off what she knows. She loves, when she's attracted to someone, she loves having intellectual conversations. She loves, picking people's brain, but not going too deep, because the air signs to me tend to be kind of shallow. I'm going to do a video about the specific elements one day. I've been thinking about it so much, so I'm going to do that. And some of my theories on the specific elements, their strengths and their challenges. But this also tells me that she's a fast thinker. She thinks very fast. She has lots of interest. She knows a little bit about everything. And she loves that admiration and the attraction that people have to her. Now, granted, people might be like, what kind of attraction? Wendy, she look like a man and all this other stuff. Wendy don't look like no man. And when she take off that wig, she looks a lot more feminine. On top of that, it's just the plastic surgery but if you look at her before the plastic surgery, she had a natural attractiveness about her. So, I mean, I'm sure, regardless of whatever the media says, I'm sure there's men trying to holler at Wendy on the low. Even Star from Star and Buck Wild, I remember listening to an interview he had where he was talking about how he always had a crush on Wendy and how he would like wipe her up. So don't get it twisted with all the stuff people say to be mean-spirited about this woman. She's still a person. She's still, like somebody said recently on somebody else's post I was following, I hate when people call her a man because she's a mother. She's a wife. Like, why y'all calling her that? So I understand where they was coming from. I completely got it. Something also, now we're going to switch over a little bit to Method Man. Method Man is a Pisces. His birthday is Clifford Smith. His birthday is 3/2/1971. He's a Pisces because of that water sign energy, especially back in the day. And the way she told the story, it was real raw. She was like, he was high and drunk. No, on the Aries rising. He just seems so Aries to me. But he's a Pisces. To the fourth tone, the duality, right? Pisces deals with in-depth intuition, but Pisces can also deal with deception. The 2 conflicts with being born on the 18th, which is conflicts with the 9. So not stand each other and have this. What's so interesting to me is him being born on the 2nd, and him being a Pisces tells me that he's the type of man that has definitely 9 out of 10 had his affairs, but he doesn't want to own up to. What I get is that he doesn't want to own up to the affair with Wendy, because he has his affair with that Piscean energy, because a lot of Piscean men like to be around. But he also being that number 2 energy, 2s hide things too. 2s will tell you parts of the truth sometimes. That tells me that astrology, but his intentions wasn't to hurt anybody. His intentions wasn't to hurt who may have with his wife or not at the time. His intentions was probably not to hurt anybody, but it was a physical need, a spur of the moment thing, like, hey, I'm down for the rug burn, whatever. That's what that seems like to me. So I think my aspect, looking at the numbers, but I can't say for sure because I was not there. So this is hypothetically, you know, and I could see how Wendy would be attracted to Method Man, his name being Clifford. Clifford having all these threes, these sixes, and these nines. If y'all watch the video that I did on T.I. and Tiny, when I talked about the vibration of T.I.'s name, naturally artistic and natural music lovers, her being a number 9, 3 is friendly to 9, 6 is friendly to the 9. He's the 3, the 6, 9. It's a very passionate one night stand. And Wendy, honey, based on numbers, I'm sure she's good in bed. Sensual energy. It just is with those numbers. So I do this Wendy kind of, maybe next time, depending on what you guys want, I may do Joe Biden. I don't really like to get into politics, but if y'all want me to get into it for the numbers and a little bit of the astrology, I will. Hit me, inbox me, or please write your name if you would like me to pull a card from you for you. On Facebook. Thank y'all so much. If you would like me to draw, I'm just drawing one card. I do like a whole tarot reading. I'm new with the cards. So this is something free that I'm doing as a gift. I'm going to try to close out every reading that I do. Okay, I see Megan's name first. So Megan, I'm going to draw a card for you. Let me shuffle. I am not the best shuffler. Just so y'all know. Megan, also, is there anything in particular that you would like to know, Megan? Is there anything in particular that you would like the cards to give you an answer to? I am not the best shuffler, y'all, so please don't laugh at my shuffling. This is a new deck that was gifted to me. Very beautiful, powerful. I'm a horrible shuffling. Don't laugh at me. It'll still come out good. So as we finished our astrology and our numerology, more so numerology, but we did touch on the astrology of Wendy Williams and a little bit of Method Man. If you just are joining in and you missed it, feel free to tune in after we end, and you guys can rewatch it. I'll put it on my YouTube page. I'm trying to record it on the YouTube page at the same time. Y'all know I ain't tech savvy and I do everything with myself. But I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love and support. Don't laugh at my shuffling. Megan, any question you want? Oh, Megan, I didn't know you was a Simmons. We got Simmons in my family. What's the best career path for me? Okay, so let me spread my deck out with my horrible shuffling, but that's okay. And I'm going to breathe. I'm going to ask you to breathe with me. We're going to take 3 slow breaths after I spread these cards out. And I'm going to randomly select a card for you. Two more. To choose. Okay. Can you guys see? Okay. Contour Yachak. Blessings from the sun of Hanapacha. Condor swiftly brings the will of the Great Spirit to earth through the gift of powerful medicine. Despite great odds, even in the face of what may appear to be an inevitable defeat, extraordinary triumph is at hand. This is the prophecy of resurrection, of the rising up of what was thought to be lost. It shall happen with unexpected and surprising swiftness. Your divine destiny is now held in the guiding hand of the spiritual master, of the great spiritual master. In a reading, condors are born with their eyes open, but do not have vocal cords to speak. You have always seen clearly. Trust in this, even if you struggle to find the words to express all that you see. Condors revel emotion through changes in their skin color. This is a reminder to trust what your body is telling you, Megan. Your bodily intuition is a form of wisdom. You have a spiritual connection to the cosmic Christ consciousness, the universal sacred heart seeking to awaken itself in humanity. Your divine life purpose involves assuming the role of a leader, guide, healer, and earth warrior for love on this planet in your own unique way. An inviolable spiritual protection surrounds you. Contour or condor is an ancient bird of the Andes, once flying alongside saber-toothed tigers. The largest flying bird in the world, is also one of the oldest species on Earth. Soaring to its great heights, and for hours at a time with movement of its wings, condor holds the medicine of strength, spiritual connection, and grace. With a lifespan similar to that of a human being and the ability to soar at exceptional speed, it also carries the gifts of longevity and swiftness. Condor has been on the brink of extinction many times, yet it still survives, even in the wild. At the top of the food chain, the condor is rarely a hunter taking life, feeding off carrion instead. Its medicine brings cleansing and protection as it is able to process toxins that would be harmful to other creatures. The predator of the condor, and also the guardian that has enabled it to crawl back from near extinction into into wildness again, is humanity. Through collective wisdom and co-cooperation between various disciplines and industries, human beings have been able to restore with wisdom what was nearly destroyed in ignorance. Condor is an affirmation of the power we have to undo damage and create extraordinary healing. You're a healer, Megan. That's what it sounds like. But we have to listen. We have to actively respond, and we have to work together in conscious collaboration. Condor is the medicine of the shaman, or yakak, the Andean healer, or one who knows. The Andean shamanic worldview, Condor rules the superior spiritual world, the first plane of pure spiritual beings known as Hanapacha. The son of Hanapacha is the shamanic Christ. In human form, this being is known as Yeshua or Jesus. In the language of spiritual medicine, it is Condor. The oracle of Contour Yakak brings a message straight from the universal Christ consciousness, beating as the living sacred heart of Great Spirit. It is an offer of absolute protection that is strong enough to sustain your purity, integrity, and effectiveness as you navigate the challenges inherent in the earthly world of Puma, known as K Pacha, and much needed protection over the unconscious world of Snake, known as Ukupacha. This protection ensures that your passionate purpose is not distorted or derailed by unconscious forces. So no weapon formed against you shall prosper on your journey. As you accept this blessing, you shall know only protection, empowerment, and grace as you manifest the spirit medicine of Condor, helping to bring hope, conscious and creative collaboration, dynamic sacred activism, and miraculous restoration to the earth through her evolving human family. You attract people that need healing because you're probably a healer, Megan. A lot of healers, we do that. This is the last part. It says the healing process. So it says sit comfortably with one hand on your heart and say aloud, through unconditional love and in service to the universal sacred heart, I invoke the prophecy of the eagle and the condor, that the opposites shall fly together in harmony once more, and divine presence shall fill the earth and bless all of her children. The destiny of this world is to be love's paradise. Visualize, feel, intend, and imagine that there is a beautiful being of light shining in your heart. This is Yeshua, the brother of love and divine essence, fully manifested as a human being. He knows and loves you. He has complete spiritual mastery across the three worlds of condor, puma, and snake. At his right side, the eagle soar, and at his left side, condor soars. They are in harmony, dancing in the skies. Beneath Yeshua's right foot is the puma, and beneath the left foot is the snake in feathers. Divine perfection cast off fear and doubt, and through the invisible inner workings of great spirit, all is brought into correct order now. May all beings thrive within the grace of great spirit. May all divine destinies be fulfilled through my own free will. So be it. And you have completed the healing process. These are some indigenous cards that I really love, y'all. I hope you enjoyed your mini readings. I hope y'all enjoyed the reading on Wendy Williams. If y'all got me on YouTube, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Give me some feedback, y'all. Give me some feedback. Share my video, especially the YouTube one. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you everyone who blessed my Cash App. I appreciate it. My Cash App and my Venmo. I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate y'all for just tuning in and just showing love and just reciprocating. Okay? I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. I'm going to try to work on my shuffling because my shuffling ain't all that good. But I'm working on it. We all are works in progress, right? Nobody's perfect. So I'm working on it. Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank y'all for tuning in. Take care next time. Peace.